We sat down with the owner of Got Sit Dog Training and had him answer a couple of your burning questions regarding dog training. What are some ways to help a bonded littermate gain confidence and independence with a sibling's passing?
This pertains to any pet in the house. I've seen dogs bond to cats, horses, cows, and even bunnies. And what's to be expected in most situations is that your dog is going to experience some level of grief. The loss of a family member is hard on everyone, dogs included. Things to look out for, first of all, so you can identify that your dog is experiencing something worthy of taking note. You'll see that your dog may experience insomnia, loss of appetite, additional affection towards you. The loss of a pet in the house when you have another pet can be especially difficult because there's no explanation for the immediate loss. There's just a sudden absence and they don't understand it. Even back in 2007 and 2008, when we had a real economy break, people were losing their jobs, and we had a lot of behavioral issues that arose out of a change in pattern. Simply, every day a human goes to work and comes back, similar times, etc. There's a routine that happens, and all of a sudden, dog wakes up and starts to see this new pattern of, hey, how come you guys haven't left the house? How come you're laying on the couch? How come you haven't showered? And it can send them into a twist. So what can we do to help them move on and even gain independence? If possible, let them say goodbye. If this is planned passing, take your dog with you to the veterinarian and allow your dog to be in the room, or at least come back into the room after the other pet has deceased. Allow them to sniff, investigate. They'll notice that there's no more heartbeat, and allows them to at least begin the process of understanding that they're no longer with you. Remain sensitive. But something we say in training all along is listen, whether it be to their behavior or lack of interest in things like that. They're trying to talk to you. They're trying to tell you something. When you notice this, it's time to go back to the basics, get back to the structure, get back to routine, and sometimes even tighten it up more than you had before your other dog got old or sick. This is going back to sometimes re-potty training a dog for a week or two just to help them get back on routine. Going back to obedience training, simple commands like come, sit, down, bed, high five, roll over. It's interacting with them, you bonding with them, and showing an interest in having a relationship with them that may have become slightly complacent. What does your dog like to do? There's certain things that dogs just love to do. For my last dog, Tango, her favorite thing was Frisbee. Up that time. Go back to daily Frisbee, do it twice a day. If it makes them happy, do that. And I think an important topic that often gets skipped over when we talk about things like this is, do I or shouldn't I bring in a new animal so that your dog can then rebond with another one? That can be helpful. It's not always going to fix it, but it can be helpful at least. But here's the things to consider. One, go back to when you picked up a pet in the first place. Do I have the time? Do I have the time to re-potty train a dog? Do I have the time to introduce the dogs together and make sure that they do bond in a healthy fashion, taking care of a new pet, etc. So if that's something that fits into your timeline and into your lifestyle, then that can help. Pick up another pet and allow the two time to get to know each other. That can sometimes be healthy. Anyways, it's a great question. I hope what I've said today can be helpful, but I think most importantly is really listen to your dog. They're going to be talking to you, whether it be through their actions, behaviors, etc.
How do you deal with sudden reactivity after showing no signs?
Whether it's a one-time thing or reoccurring, we want to understand what it is and what we can do to show them that we have their back. So let's dive into this. Sudden onset was the word they used. Sudden isn't as sudden as we often think it is. It's usually set of things compounding that puts the dog in a confused state. Causative reactivity are going to be fear, anxiety, nerves, past experiences, pain, and sometimes neurological. If a dog senses that we aren't listening to them or we don't understand them, they're going to take things into their own hand. So get to know the possible signs of physical or emotional stress or discomfort, and then go back to training. Emotionally balancing a dog is sometimes as simple as the basic training. Go back and reteach, come sit down, bed, show them where to sleep, be specific when you eat and where they eat, keeping your routine clean and consistent, whether it be going for walks, going for field trips, hiking, playing ball, tug, frisbee. You need them to feel safe and secure and know that they're part of a, I like to still use the word pack. They want to feel like they're still part of your pack. And if they feel safe and secure, they're less likely to try to regulate or control their own environment. So I think in finishing here, remain positive, interrupt negative patterns, redirect their mental space into familiar activities that make them happy or remind them that you are there for them. If you have any additional questions regarding this or any other behavioral problem or concern, please feel free to reach out to us. My name is Marvin. I'm the owner and founder of Got Sit Dog Training. Happy training.